Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Baggage Claim? How's everybody doing out there today? So thank you so much for joining us, taking the time to just a minute or 2 minutes or maybe even 30 minutes out of your day
Probably
to
more
listen
like
to us.
30.
Yeah,
Hopefully
if
they
you're
listen
listening
more
2
than
minutes
2
in,
minutes.
you may get through the intro. Baggage Claim is a place where we have some conversations and hopefully create some community around blended family, relationships, and all the good stuff in between. Man, Jess and I are just a normal couple living a somewhat normal life, going through real crap.
Yeah.
And so we decided, why not? Let's turn the microphones on, talking to them, and maybe you could get something out of it, or you could just laugh at us and go, thank God we're not like them. So if you call Baggage Claim your home, you know the deal. Grab your favorite drink, whatever it is, no matter how the day's been. Take a deep breath. Pull up to the table, and let's get into some good conversations today. So you were staring at me like a deer in the headlight while I'm talking. Like, do I have my shirt's on? So I don't have my.
I'm just watching you.
Oh, okay.
Just like watching you be a person, honey.
No, it's so gross.
Blech.
So in Georgia, teachers actually had to go back and start earning their paycheck and get out of the pool.
Bro.
And they are dragging this week. So give it up for those teachers. Pour one out for the teachers this week. You know, they're back in the classroom earning their paychecks.
Oh my gosh.
So Jess is going to be a little, dragging tonight. So we just got to, lift her up, keep her excited. So let's go. Hop in. You just can't stare at me the whole night. All right. It's not going to work. Like, you got to interact here. Say words.
Okay, so instead of question time, today we're going to share a thought for the day.
Sweet.
It can be any
thought.
Was it
That's
Saturday?
dangerous.
Well-
Was it Saturday Night Live where they used to have Jack Handy thoughts of the day or thought of the night? It's probably what that just dated myself
Yeah, it
really
was
bad.
Jack Handy.
I was about to say, I
Thoughts
don't
for the
think that
day.
was on
It was
Saturday Night Live when I watched it.
It was hilarious.
Way, way back. That's back when like Chevy Chase was on it or
Yes.
something.
That was a long time ago.
Way back in the day, yes. Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
old. All right, I'm old. Yeah.
Okay,
Thought of the day.
thought of the day.
Thought.
So everybody has to participate. So,
Oh,
hey, get off your
the
phone,
day.
Miranda. Are you looking up? Are you
She's
cheating?
looking up
Are
what
you
her thoughts are
cheating
gonna
right
be.
now?
Looking up your thought for the day.
Are you?
You better not have
Looking
chat
up a
GPT. You
quote.
better not be AI that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Michael.
AI, what were my thoughts for the day?
What am I thinking?
So my thoughts for today, first off, today has been a crazy long day. But because of a couple circumstances, my thought for the day is never do twice or 3 times what you could only do once. So don't.
Never do twice.
That's a puzzle in my mind right now.
Times.
So if you can do a job once and then be done with it and then move on, do that. Because it gets
Okay.
frustrating when you do the same
So
job
basically just do it right the
2 or
first
3
time.
different times.
Do it right. Do it twice. Is that it? Or is that-
Just do it right the first time.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay.
Agreed with that.
That's good, solid advice.
Yeah.
Good sound.
Just do it once.
Just do it once.
Yeah.
Right.
Golly, I really hold self-control because I was about to say something really inappropriate.
Oh God. I'm proud of you. Okay, your
Great
turn.
job, Greg.
No, I'm not. I gotta get this thought out of my head. Somebody else
Okay.
has gotta go.
Yeah, don't ask Greg what his thought of the day is.
No,
Not right now.
So I'll share. No, you just talked about it, but teachers are tired for the first 4 weeks of school, including pre-planning, which is what I'm in right now. So just be patient and be kind to the teachers in your life because we're trying. We really are. It's hard. Be kind to teachers.
Miranda, do you have did AI give you a thought for the day?
Oh my God. No. My thought of the day. August is fall.
August is fall?
Controversial
I would agree with that.
statement.
Ooh, I don't know.
August is fall, but it's just a little
No.
too
Go
hot.
in
Oh.
the fall.
It's no.
Used to. We don't anymore. We go
I
in the
think
summer.
August is like pre-fall. Like it's leading up.
It's still
So is there an
100
in between summer and fall?
September.
No, so
No.
September is fall.
No. It's still under 50 degrees in September.
No, it's not. In August it is.
Because of where we live.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it's because we have seasons
August
here.
is still summer, and September is pre-fall, and October is fall.
No.
No.
Where we live,
No. September's fall.
no.
September and October are fall.
I feel like there's still a turning point in August, though.
Autumn.
If it is, it's way, way at the end.
I mean,
Like,
if you're
it's
waiting
barely
for all
hanging
the
on to
leaves to be
August.
orange
It's
and
hanging
red,
on to August's toenails. You know?
August must have some
You
pretty
got some
long
big old
toenails.
Is it the part of the joy of fall is that there are the colors of the trees?
No,
Yeah, but
because that all depends on drought,
where?
water.
I mean,
and-
in Florida, you don't even see color in the trees
That's
other than
true.
green.
So technical, Greg.
My thought for the day is, if I have a net and I tear a hole in it, I have less holes in my net.
That is accurate.
So there we go. That's my thought. That's very intriguing to me.
It is.
I take a net, tear a hole in it, and then I have less holes in the net.
There you go.
Just think on that
Just think on that.
while you're riding in your car. So, blended families, just
Are
to jump
weird.
right in,
They're weird.
they're all weird, and they come in all different shapes, sizes, forms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you name it. And sometimes it is very, very serious. And so it is very deep and it's very emotional and it's very hard. So sometimes we like to laugh. Sometimes we like to joke on here because sometimes that's all you can do is just laugh and just kind of because it hurts. And sometimes it just doesn't pan out the way you want it to. And I'm not going to say sometimes anymore because I said it just sometimes like 30 times right there. But we want to talk about something that we've addressed, but we haven't addressed it in this way.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to?
Nor have we gone into depth
Yeah, that's true.
because we've wanted to go more in depth on
We
this
talk on
specifically.
topics sometimes, but we're like just scratching.
Surface
just a
level.
Yeah,
drop
just
by.
a little bit. And so we want to try to dig into those things. If you're out there and you're listening, you can send a text from your podcast. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I know you can send a text. Just text one thing you would want us to talk about that we haven't addressed
Mhm.
or go deeper into.
Mhm.
We would love to address those, and we will as we move forward. But what are we talking about that we?
So
Or
today we're going to talk about something that, like you said, we really haven't touched on much because I think it's something that people don't think about very often. The fact that the in-laws have emotions about your situation as well.
Yes.
Well, they're people too.
Yeah. Other
Well, we talked about navigating in-laws and how to navigate those situations,
Mhm.
but we haven't really dug into that to think about them as their own beings, their own. I mean, here's the reality: we all have baggage. I don't care who you are. I don't
Mhm.
care how old you are. You're in life. You have baggage. Some baggage is bigger. Some is heavier. A lot of times that baggage is never unpacked or dealt with.
Mhm.
And so it just kind of sits. And so grandparents or in-laws or those people bring that into that with them. So it's a lot of
And into your new relationship.
right.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we forget to look at in-laws that sense of like they're processing grief the same way we've processed grief and divorce. They're processing the grief
Of a loss.
of a loss of what it may be. And I think this is where it gets hard because some people like I was in the family for 14 years. So I had great relationships with those people in
In
that
her
family.
family.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so when I left, I don't know that they processed grief from me not being there. But for me, it's like when something happened in their family to someone there, like when her mom passed away or her dad
Mhm,
passed away, I was
mhm.
like, I went to the funeral because
You had a relationship with him.
yes, I loved them. I had a relationship with them for 14 years and I cared about them and I wanted to honor them. But it also too, if you don't have a good relationship, sometimes it makes it really weird for everybody else involved in that.
Mhm.
And so we want to talk about that a little bit, kind of pull the veil back. How do we address those things? Can we address those things? Are there things that we can do in that?
I think I would venture to say this very uncomfortable to talk about because it's hard to think about, well, why would you not just want to support me in my new life?
Yeah,
and
because
my new choices.
everybody gets their feelings hurt. Go,
Right.
oh, I saw you talk to him or her when they were there. And, how do you think that makes me feel? Blah, 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 blah. And we immediately go to ourselves. We get
What
our
about
feelings
me?
hurt.
Rather than, well, let me think about it in a different way. Like, well, there was a relationship before me.
Yeah.
Because what do we always do? What does every family, every friend, what does everybody do in a divorce?
Pick sides.
They pick a side. And they feel like they have to pick a side, and then they burn the bridges and
Yeah.
or burn the boats. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, I always hated him, or I always hated her. And it's like, whoa, slow down. Like, you guys are best friends at Thanksgiving last
I
year.
know.
Like,
Right? It wasn't that long ago
Yeah, it's
that
like,
y'all were hanging out and talking.
what happened? And
Right.
so that's a natural thing that happens. I want to challenge you not to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even as comfortable, as easy as it is to do. And I think that's the reason we do it, because we want to show support for that other
Mhm.
person.
Allegiance or
Yeah.
loyalty.
And be like,
yeah.
I care about you, so I have to hate them.
Yeah.
We don't have to.
Yeah, you don't
It
have
doesn't
to.
work that way. This is what unprocessed baggage looks like when it comes out. Like, we don't know how to handle that. We don't know how to talk about it. And then we're not okay with our emotions. So that's why we get our feelings hurt when it's like, hey, maybe he or she, maybe they weren't that bad. Maybe you guys just weren't great together.
Yeah.
And so having that conversation is really, really hard. And it's hard to even start, because when I say that out loud, we were like, bro, I'm not having that conversation. It's like, but it's one that has to be had. Would you
It's
agree?
important to remember too that your in-laws or their in-laws, they're just people too. Right? We look at our parents like, you're on my team and your parents are on your team. And why would my parents not?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Like, it's hard to remember that they're people too, and they have their own experiences
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're bringing hurt, pain, trauma, and we don't know what happened. And we don't. Maybe in their past that makes them react to the situation that just happened to you. And so we'd make assumptions. We say things probably we shouldn't, and then it's just tough.
It is tough.
So, and then, I mean, you're because when you meet this, I mean, when you go through that, there's grief everywhere. Like, it's just, you're dropping bombs in everybody's lives. And then you're just like, okay, everybody's all right. And then,
Let's all be a team now. Woo.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just like, what?
Yeah.
And so give them time, give them space, have the conversations, even though you don't want to have the conversations. It's like, Michael, we were talking about when you were going through your divorce. I don't know if you want to share this or not.
Yeah. No, I was actually just I was waiting for a gap
go
to
ahead.
say something. No. Well, and it also, you never know what your in-laws or your own parents have walked through themselves.
Right.
You walking through hurt may have triggered something that happened to them 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And one, in your own brain, you don't even think of that because you weren't even in their lives 25 years ago, but the things we walk through affects everyone differently. And I feel like so many of us have, because I say this, I know I have myself many times, we have a like main character syndrome where
Yeah.
we are the main character of our stories and nobody else really gets a second thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the reality is they have just as much going on in their lives, in their mind, and their emotions, and their feelings, and their friendships as I do. And so trying to navigate all that together can very easily become a heck of a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one thing that happened when I was walking through divorce was my parents took it really hard that I was going through divorce. And I'm going to be honest, and I was going through so many emotions, and I, even in my own, I don't know what you want to call it, looking back, shame, I guess, like I was calloused to what they were going through as I was going through it as well.
Yeah.
Because I remember like there were times that I specifically couldn't go spend time with my parents because I was like, when I hang out with them, it puts me 10 steps behind overcoming this, like trying to move on with my life, trying to pick up and get things going again. But that was hard to navigate. That was
Because
very
in
hard
reality,
to navigate.
they're just concerned about you
Yeah.
and they want to make sure you're okay. But then
Mhm.
they're also like, they're processing it with,
Yeah.
like, they're trying to process that with you. Like,
But in their own way, from
yeah,
their
well,
own
because
experience.
you and I,
Yes.
when you were going through your divorce, you and I talked almost daily.
Yes.
Like every day we were talking. Well,
Probably more than once daily.
right. Yeah. Well, you look at them and it's like, we haven't talked about this at all in a week. So we
Yeah.
need to, it's almost like we don't think of those things when we go through them. We're just like,
Mhm.
no, I'm dealing with it. Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
But it just goes to show again how we can, in my own experience and what I've done, like it's so easy to be the main character and that's all you're thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can do that in good ways and bad ways. Good ways and like the not good ways and it's good to do, but like, life is great. You're doing all you want to do. You just go out, you're the main character. You're just doing your thing without any regard for anyone else,
Mm-hmm.
close or not, family or not. But then like in my case, I was burdened. I
Yeah.
was hurt because I didn't want divorce. That's not what I was working through. And it took me long enough just to acknowledge the fact that
Yeah.
it was over. And I was okay. Now what the hell do I do? Right.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I was working through at the same time that my parents were. And at the time, I will say it was very hard for me to see that in my parents' perspective.
Yeah.
Mm. Wow.
I think it's important to remember while you're walking through it too, that they didn't choose this path that you're on now.
Who's that?
Your parents, the in-laws didn't choose your new path with you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the reason we're talking about this too is because, there's complexities and we're going to get to this.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason we're talking about this is because this has so many layers. Like blended families have layers. And lots and lots and lots of layers. Like that blooming onion you go get at Outback. Like there's layers to
cakes.
that thing.
Cakes.
Cakes have layers.
Thank you. Sheet cakes don't.
Depends on how many you bake.
Stop it. Stop with my analogy.
Parfait.
Deconstruction.
Everybody likes parfait. Sorry.
I'm about to punch you in the mouth.
I think your blooming onion is a better analogy, Greg. Because
You know what? Forget the food. Forget
No,
the food.
because
Let's
of all,
just walk
it's
away
got
from
the
it.
so
onions,
many
yeah.
more layers, and they're all tangled up. And
But like
Yeah.
we think about marriage sometimes when we go through this divorce, we're just like, oh God, I'm going to get remarried. It's going to be beautiful. They're going to, the in-laws are going to accept everybody. Everybody's just going to jump right in. They're going. When you have kids involved too, this is another layer of complexity added to that whole process of like, hey, you have your kids, you got married, they have kids, or you have kids together.
Mhm.
Hey, there's a new person floating around here, or a few more new people floating
Mhm.
around here. And am I calling them grandkids, or like who are these kids? Are they like? And so there's layers to this, and it's complex. And to act like there's not, and just think that, oh man, this is going to be perfect. They're going to fall in love and love them just like I love them, and everything's going to be great, without having any thoughts or processes or talking about all of this baggage. It's just kind of asinine. It's kind of crazy to think, but it happens every single
Mhm.
day. Like it's just crazy to think. And so we want to talk about this process and how this works, because loyalty binds a lot of things together. And it's really, and when I say loyalty, it's deep, it's emotional, and it's hard. Do you want to share the birthday experience? You can. Okay, I'll share it for you,
Okay,
because
you-
I will share it.
Okay.
So this was, but then you have to talk.
I
'cause
will
I've been
share
talking
my
for 5
reaction
minutes.
to it.
So I worked really hard to try to have a relationship with my ex, because my kids were small. So we do parties together if we
Mhm.
can. As they're small, we do all those things. So it's like, hey, get all of our families still together.
Yeah.
Let them hang out. They've been together for 14 years. Let's continue to get them together.
And it made the kids incredibly happy too.
Yeah, to do birthdays instead of saying, hey, you do a birthday, I do a birthday.
Mhm.
We're going to figure, was it uncomfortable sometimes?
Yes.
1,000%. But I was like, I'm bigger than this. I can
Mhm.
get over my uncomfortable crap and have birthday parties together. And so we did. One time, one of my people on my side of the family, I'm not going to
Yes.
use names, went up, and Jess and my ex were standing beside each other.
Mhm.
And the other person in the family proceeded to tell my ex how much they missed them, how much they
How
loved
much
seeing
they
them
love
there,
her,
blah, 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 going on and on. And then never said a word to you.
except for made direct eye contact with me and then walked away.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
That was
Actions-
incredibly hurtful.
actions speak louder than words.
Uh-huh.
That's one phrase.
Uh,
And so you can say one thing, but then when you do something, what you really do, that's usually what really matters. So navigating that for me, because I'm like, okay, that was my family member that just basically gave you the middle finger
Yeah.
while staring you in the face to the other person. I get they have loyalty to her, which is okay.
yes.
But at the same time, it's okay to acknowledge that and then acknowledge my current wife that's sitting in front of
Right.
you also. But then to not, now could it have been, I didn't mean to, I didn't know that. I mean, we could all say those and we can all make excuses in hindsight. It's 2020.
Right.
But the emotional baggage that created, the emotional was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like kids are smarter though too, because they can read into that. They see that. They
Yeah,
see why,
They do.
hey, why did nobody talk to her? Why does nobody talk to me? And like, how does that, how does that look? Because you have this picture that you want everybody just to be like,
One big happy
boom,
family.
we're all together.
We all like
Everybody
each
loves
other.
each other. Yeah, we've always been together.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens, and then sometimes it just doesn't, because your kids didn't choose this either, and they're just showing up going, hey, I just want to be loved, and
Yeah.
I want to be a part of this family. Apparently, I'm a part of this family now because I'm here.
There's
So
some new
I'm
people.
going to treat you like family, because kids usually have less barriers, less stipulations, or
Yeah.
less things that they put on it. Adults don't.
No.
And so we treat them differently sometimes, and that just makes it really freaking difficult.
Yeah.
So to navigate that. And so trying to unpack that and tell Jess, be like, well, maybe they don't really
didn't
feel
mean
that
it.
way.
Maybe this, maybe that.
Yeah. But then I'm like, in my heart, I'm just like,
That was rude.
yeah, that's horrible. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But at the same time, trying to support her, but trying to stay united with us as we had that conversation together. So,
Mhm.
the idea is to remember you're in the relationship. We're in that one. You're not. You're now in the new one.
Yeah.
Of the blended family. You two made that choice.
Right.
Nobody else really did. Like, I hope you involved your kids in the choice and let them be a part of the decision of bringing your families together. I hope that's something you've done. If not, do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Allow your kids to be like in the help of the decision making of bringing your two families into one. I think that's very, very important, because that united front kind of filters out to everything else that you do. That's kind of the foundation of where that goes from. Would you agree? Disagree?
I would definitely agree.
Well, there's
And-
sorry.
No,
you
you're fine. Go
you're
ahead.
in. No, I was looking at something while y'all were talking about this. It is our natural default to distance in circumstances like that. Because whenever you have blended families coming together, there's a study done that talks about thriving in step family relationships. And so many times there's this unwritten expected closeness that people feel like they should have, especially when talking about extended families and things like that. When you realize, like, me and my extended family, like, we've had years, decades. Wow, I'm old enough to say decades.
You are.
Decades of time building inside jokes, memories, all these things. Well, and then when someone from outside comes in, we almost feel this societal necessary closeness that we have to have with this person immediately. And that can easily backfire, because it says here so many times it takes organically building 2 to 5 years to be able to work through actually building a closeness. So in this concept of talking and just simply realizing everybody has their own struggles, everyone has their own baggage, whether it's either just doesn't fit as a relationship in a sense of extended family, because there's extended family I have that sometimes it just doesn't fit as a relationship.
Right.
It's great for Thanksgiving, but outside of that, that's kind of where it sticks. But also just realize not everything's going to be a perfect happily ever after. It's a perfect right away. I mean, we talked about they didn't choose this
Yeah.
It's something sometimes people do kind of get found in versus they didn't choose your spouse.
Right.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, kind of that idea to help work through together. Anything else to add to that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's jump into proactive versus reactive conversations.
Yeah, we're kind of unpacking as we go.
Yeah.
tonight.
So there will be some, at the end of the unpack, there's not really
like usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah. So one thing I think a lot of people forget when you're entering a new relationship or you're introducing someone new to your own family is to actually have conversations in the beginning, a proactive conversation of, here's this person, I'm going to bring them into the family and I would like for you to treat them this way.
Yeah. Things like, and I know not all families do this, but we did, where we said, hey, we're not going to choose to use the word step.
Mhm.
Like, we're not going to we're not going to do step family, step kids, step dads.
Mhm.
You don't have to call me dad. You can call me Greg, or you can call Jesse, whatever, Jessica. She doesn't like that because she feels like she's in trouble.
Yeah,
But
that's my
it's like, you can use
formal.
their name, but you don't have to say brother or sister, but we use names. If not, use what you're comfortable with. But we're
Right.
not going to use step because step means separated
away.
from.
Yeah, there's
and
a
I was
separation.
like, there's no separation here. We've decided the Bible says we are united in one. Well, we're one family. We're all in this together.
Mhm.
And so no matter what, you guys, we're one.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to treat it. And so having those conversations with the people around you in your life makes that easier because they probably don't know that you've had those conversations. They don't know what to think. And they
No.
were like,
And you just start bringing this person around and you expect your family to treat them as if they've always been there. Well, did you have a conversation about it?
well, it's crazy because we would be out somewhere. And I forget what it was. And it was me and Thomas. And they were like, hey, is this your stepdad? And he's like, no, this is my dad. And I was like, oh yeah, this is my boy. This is Thomas.
My
And so
son.
it was like, we're not. And the guy was like, oh,
Hold on a
okay. And he's looking at me really weird, kind of odd. And I was like, what do you like? Yeah, he's Jess's. Like, Jess gave birth to him.
minute.
But we're married, so now he's mine. And he's like, oh. I was like, we just don't use step.
We just
Seems
don't.
kind of ridiculous. And he's like, okay, cool. I get that. And so, just having that with him, and he's just like, yeah, it makes more sense. Like when I started having the conversation with him.
Yeah.
And because we were all friends, but just because some people don't know what to say.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
that's
don't know
not-
what to call. And
that's-
not everybody does that though.
Yeah, and that's not us pretending there's not a past.
Oh, no.
It's just addressing who we became as a family, who we chose to be.
Yes. And that's where you had to be careful because people feel like, no, if I call you this or that, I'm ignoring the other years of the
Or
life that you had before.
Erasing, yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not the same as choosing sides. This is not it at all.
Not at all.
This is just embracing where we're at. And we've had conversations about that.
Yeah.
That there's podcasts you can listen to on that. So
Mhm.
have the conversations before, because what happens is when your feelings get hurt, things go wrong. Someone says something like, hey, this is for biological kids only, not
Or biological grandchildren.
not just all the grandchildren.
Right.
This
Stuff gets weird.
Yeah, everybody notices and it gets weird really quick.
Yeah.
So just have the conversations before.
Yeah.
So, and that goes kind of into, we say name it before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You want to unpack that a little bit, that idea? Do you have an idea behind name it before it happens?
I think we just talked about it, didn't we?
Oh, did we? You don't have anything else? Okay.
I mean, talk about it before it happens.
Yeah, to have a proactive conversation. I
You know what? I'm going to have my drink.
feel like that's what we just did.
Yep. Moving on. Moving on. Then you kick off the next one. I'm just going to sit here and have my drink. You tell me what you want.
Michael, you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, I'll kick it. So it is Craig.
We are a disaster
Cracking me
today.
No. Reactive conversations are now different, obviously, in a sense of proactive versus reactive, not reacting in a sense of emotions taking over or anything like that, but being able to have conversations post awkward moments
Yeah.
is crucial. Many times we don't do it because they can be awkward.
They're extremely awkward.
They always
they are.
Yeah,
They are
all
very
of them.
awkward.
Yeah.
Because it might not be a fun conversation because it's not easy. But many times we've said here before, like anything worth having is going to be hard to work for.
Yep.
So taking this emotion versus acceptance, if you come across the circumstances where someone isn't accepting of your family, whether it be your children or a new spouse in a second marriage or something like that, the biggest concept here is your behavior can change. Chances are your heart is going to take longer to change. But just because your heart hasn't changed doesn't mean your behavior can't.
Right.
So if someone is treating your wife poorly, then defend her, take up for her.
Right.
And we'll talk more about this a little bit later, but be able to have that conversation and say, look, you may not like her. That's okay, but she's still my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
And you may not support this new marriage I'm in, but you're going to act like it when we're all together. You can be cordial, you can be respectful, you can be kind, and to the children that are involved.
Well, and you don't even have to act like you like it.
No.
You just, like you said, just be cordial, just be kind.
Well, the Bible tells us what the two become one.
Yeah.
Like when you're married, the covenant you take, the two become one. So it's like, hey, if you have a problem with her, your problem's with me. Like,
Yeah.
And if it's behavioral, like, well, I don't like the way they do this or they do that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's me too. Like, cause we're in this together. Like it's kind of a package deal. Like if you have something you want to address with her, then you go address it with her.
Yeah.
And have that conversation, like in a good, healthy way. We don't have, it's something we have not, and we say we're going to have this, we're going to do a series on crucial conversations and help people learn how to have hard, crucial conversations, because we just don't. We just avoid them. And so therefore, we allow this stuff to go on. Like if you have an issue with the way someone's acting, then address it with them. Don't talk about them behind their back and say, I don't like the way, because I get the idea. Say you've been married for 10 years to someone else. They had a relationship with them. They knew the rhythms. They knew how things worked. That's gone. That went away. You're now remarried to someone else, and that's completely different. So their rhythms, everything else is how they communicate, how they interact with you. All those things are different. You may think you're reaching out. They may think they're reaching out. No one's really connecting. No one's happening. And it's like, there's so many things that can happen here that sometimes and don't expect to be best friends, because it could take a while for you just to connect.
And that's
and
a
to
hard
bond.
conversation to have too. Like, what is it that I can do to contribute more? Or, how can I participate more in such and such? And I mean, honestly, the one you're having the conversation with still may not be very receptive to you, but you at least you can say you tried.
Yeah.
Well, you want to have peace in having
Yes.
and having a relationship that doesn't work out. Do what you can do, which is extend your arm, extend welcome, extend peace amongst you.
Yeah.
And if they choose to not match that, then you can walk away with your head up high saying, at least I did what I knew I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
And in those hard conversations you mentioned earlier, like the Bible says that two become one. I think it's important to remember to present a united front.
Yep.
What if my conversation I was just talking about didn't work? Then what happens?
Yeah.
I'm going to, if it's my family or my family related, I'm going to have the conversation with them. Like I'm going to go to them and say, hey, this happened and this was really weird. This didn't make sense to me. We help me understand this. Like, help me understand how we got here, like got to this point. Now to move past it. Because most of the time it's assumptions and they're really bad ones. But people make those and they come draw their conclusions. It's like, that could be further from the truth. Let's just talk about it. So it's all have the conversations with your family.
Yeah, with your own family.
Yeah, don't have someone else make. That's a recipe for
Because
disaster.
if things are already rocky and you try to go address it with an in-law that it's already rocky with, I mean, most times it's not going to work out very well.
don't show up for a fight though. Show up with understanding to
Yeah.
go,
Yes.
let's try to find some common ground here. Let's try to find a place we can work through this.
Yeah.
I'm not coming to put my stake in the ground and say I'm right and you're wrong. You need to apologize, but
Mm-hmm.
hey, let's figure out what if we can and to move forward. And sometimes that just takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not that quick.
So what do you do if you do all the right things, you have those conversations, the hard conversations, you have the united front, and it's just not happening?
You,
There's a hard part, and this is the reality of blended family. And I would tell, if I'm doing premarital with a blended family, I'm like, tell me what you think this is going to be. Tell me your dream scenario for the. And when they do, I'm going to be like, all right, take that and throw it away because that's trash, and it's not going to happen that way.
yeah.
There's a fantasy of in the blended family that it's all just going to come together. Everybody loves each other.
And live happily ever
Yeah.
after.
Start with getting rid of that and move from that point. Man, when kids get older, they start to notice differences more. They start to understand like hidden, I won't say hidden agendas, but hidden, hidden words.
do.
They read actions.
Well, they
way-
understand a lot more about life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then you're managing emotional baggage that is being created.
While
that.
managing your own, and then most of us will try to pick up and help the children manage their new baggage whenever they pick up on these things as they grow up and see that, oh, wait a minute, that's different.
My real answer, because we're just a real couple walking through it, life, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a really, really hard one. You can have the conversations, and we've had those conversations, and then things don't change, and then they keep happening, and it's really hard. You almost want to draw boundaries of separation just to protect your kids and protect yourselves. But then that becomes even harder too, because then there's no easy answer for that.
Like
Yeah.
you said in the beginning, we're a real couple with real issues and talking about real things that we go through. These are things that we actually have gone through.
Yeah, baggage claim is not like you can start with episode 1 of baggage claim and listen all the way up to 70 something we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all real life scenario things we've walked through in a blended family that no one told us anything about.
Yeah.
That no one helped us walk through. We tried to read some books. We tried to do what we thought was best. But these are all real life scenarios for us. So it's not anything made up. This is our baby that we're just trying to put out there to help someone else. So being very vulnerable and open to try to say, hey, if you got an idea or solution, bro, send away. Like,
Yeah. Give us the
info-
golden ticket.
Yeah. info@unpacktogether.com.
Yeah.
Like bring it on. We'd love to have it. But that's what a heavy topic.
It is.
Well, to
That-
address that as you were talking, because that's something that I mean, just simply going through divorce and conversations were with my ex-wife. First off, it's incredibly hard to find peace in circumstances like that. Very much so. But one, and I told you this, Greg, walking through divorce, is I was like, if there's pain, I'm going to grow from it. But two, I'm going to do everything I can to fight for my marriage, because I never want to look back on this and regret not having done that.
Yeah.
But I think that same thing goes for any other relationships. Set your pride aside, because that's very hard to do.
Yeah.
If you need accountability, but if you can truly do everything in your power to fight for health, to fight for peace, to fight for a good relationship, that's the only thing I found peace in.
Well, I had a conversation with a good friend of mine going through some issues, struggling. Breaks my heart because marriage is hard.
Mhm.
I don't care where you're at. I don't care how old you are. It's just tough. And my advice is if you don't address these issues now that you're dealing with, you're fighting through, and you don't resolve them and wrestle them to the ground, the next relationship you're in,
It's going to do the
this
same
exact same thing's going to happen. Like this is, you can't run from this. And that's the sad part about blended families, though, is like we don't address this issue. We don't address all these the baggage that we're bringing in. And therefore, that's why 70% of second marriages fail. It's because it's just hard. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot more layers to it. There's a lot more complexity. And so there's a lot more to fight through and figure out. And so,
And we're still trying to figure it out.
yeah, and we're still fighting through it, you know? So, woohoo! You know?
Yay. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. All I can say is that it's worth the fight. It's worth the
Mhm.
fight. So keep fighting, keep digging, keep pushing, trying to make it happen.
Mhm.
And that's probably my best thought of the day. It's better than my net thought. But just keep fighting for your marriage because it's worth it.
Yeah.
So anything to add?
I don't think so.
Go to our, what's our website? I just unpacktogether.com. Golly, I just forgot. Unpacktogether.com. Go to the webpage. There's a free inventory you can take there. Click that, take it. It doesn't cost you a thing. Figure out where you're at. If you're needing some help or you need some guidance, reach out to us. We're about to launch some new products, some new things we're working on. We're about to really jump into doing some video, or really go into our video hardcore. And try to make it better. So, but anyway, thank you for follow.
Bless you.
Thank you for listening to us. Please like, subscribe. And if you get really, really crazy or have too much to drink, leave a comment. If you just feel crazy enough, and just see what happens. But thank you guys so much. This is it truly is a dream for us that you guys are listening and hopefully you're getting something out of it. So anything else?
Mm-mm.
Just staring at me, everybody shaking their head. Well, I guess it's all that we can say is
Go
Go
dogs.
Go dogs.
3 weeks.